Well, I start with my name because I can still remember that. It's Teresa Clarke. I was born in Belfast, 1940. War was on, and I lived in West Belfast. Hard time for us. War years, shortages, and a large family to care for. As a Catholic growing up in West Belfast, there wasn't much of an opportunity for even bright children. My brothers and sisters were very bright. We didn't have much of an opportunity in our school system to proceed on to higher education. So I left school when I was 14 and a half and went into a clothing factory. However, I knew that there was something else that I wanted to do, and I knew what it was. I wanted to be a nurse. And I did my basic training. I wanted to be a midwife as well, and then I just saw an ad, very tiny little ad in one of the nursing papers for a place in Alberta called Elk Point. And I went there. Never regretted it because it was fantastic. It was like being back some of the books that I had read about Canadian wilderness and Canadian people. But certainly I'd always been interested in deeper spiritual matters. I mean, I'd long ago dissociated myself from organized religion. But there was also something there. There was something in here that was calling. Eventually I got the idea that I would like to look deeper into that. Somebody I'd heard about Vandana Mataji, that was my guru in India, but she wasn't then, that there was this woman was going to be in Perth. And so I went over there and met Vandana, and I thought, this was terrific. And that eventually took me to India. It was in a place called Jaihariko, a little village that you won't find in any map. Jivandhara Ashram, living waters. And it was just basic. Never worked as hard in my life as I did there. Everybody had jobs to do. You mucked in, and very rigid. You got up at 4:30 in the morning, and you were in the meditation room by 5 o'clock. You had an hour's meditation, then you had mass, then you went to breakfast. It was silent until after lunch. Lunch was at 1 o'clock. And we took our turns cooking. Whether you cooked before or not. It was, well, I don't know what you might call it, but boot camp was what some people called it. But what the whole thing of it is that you accept what is and live with it. I couldn't imagine not having experienced it. The biggest change in me was meeting myself, the core of my being. And each one of us has that. And it's really who we are. Be comfortable to know who we are. Be comfortable with who we are. And then we can do anything and face anything. That knowledge has helped me face a great many things, but particularly has helped me to face a diagnosis of dementia. That's a very severe diagnosis, a severe illness. I know what the end result is, but many people who get a diagnosis immediately see themselves at the end of it and they give up living. But the point is that we can live with anything, and we can live with dementia too, if we're given enough space, and above everything else, that others, whoever and wherever they are, have some understanding of what living with dementia is about. It is not all doom and gloom. Life, all of our lives, whatever we're engaged upon, whatever our particular interests are at this moment, or what they might be next year, or doesn't matter. All life is a journey. All life is a journey. And we're very foolish people if we don't learn what we can at each stage of that journey for ourselves.